I have another $50 Bolo Brands video for you today, packed with, I think, 10 brands that I have no idea about, never heard of them before, and it's all tops. So this is great because what if you could sell a top for $50 or more? I would love that. And it's amazing how many are actually out there that I didn't know about that I'm excited to dive into with you today. So what we're looking for here is I found a $50 sale. We want to know if diving deeper into this brand and looking at more comps, is this a really good brand and something that should have more $50 comps that we want to be focusing on? Or is this a brand where maybe I found a fluke and that was the one and only that sold for $50 and you really don't want to pay attention to this brand? So I'm excited to dive in and share all the research with you. And remember, you can do this with so many different kinds of categories and things on Poshmark to do your research and find out what you want to be sourcing. Let's dive in. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the first one. And remember, I've done many of these Bolo Brands videos, and so you can find them in the playlist above. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Baserange, Omo long sleeve sheer shirt in Hiwa yellow, size small. Never heard of this brand. Let's go ahead and find the tag because many people are interested in the tag. She doesn't have the tag here, but it looks like it's a $225 retail price selling for $50. So let's dive in and see if this is a good Bolo brand. So we've got an organic cotton midi dress for $60. This wrap tee for $63, a cotton sweatshirt for $104, another dress for $115. So this is looking good. A new tags dress for $185, a silk top for $36, another top for $54, and another top for $150, which just looks like a basic t-shirt. Insane. So far so good. This is, oh, here's the tag. So somebody else has the tag. So that's right over here, which is like, you know, a little bit of a mixed up kind of thing. So far looking good on the available. Let's check more of the comps. So for solds. So here's the one that we found, and actually there's another one right next to it. So that might be, you know, oh, but it is the same person. Maybe she sold it twice, or maybe she had two. Who knows? So $50 on the top, $15 for a bra, $55 for this shapewear, it looks like, or slip dress. So a lot of intimates, and then they do have clothing as well. This other top, $48, $30 for the other top, $75 for the shorts, pullover sweater for $60, $140 for a dress, $45 for another top. So this is looking pretty good. I'd love for it to be like $10 higher across the board, then I'd really feel more comfortable with it, but I feel like there were a lot of items that were listed for the available price, definitely over $50, which would put you in right around here, you know, $35, $40, $50, some of them even doing more like the dresses. So I feel like that's a pretty good brand and I had never heard of it before. So yes, that's what this is all about. Next up is Morella, and when I saw this, I thought for a second this might be a Revolve brand. So I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes people put it, sometimes they don't, but just based on the model, it kind of reminded me of Revolve, but I don't have 100% to say. So I don't know that for sure, and it doesn't say it in here. Let's see if we can find a tag. Okay, so Morella, it's just that basic kind of block print, which I just find, you know, of the higher end items, it's just very basic and minimalist. So it's a $285 top, really cute, and a $50 selling price. So let's dive into the available comps and see what we got. So a dress for $70, a new tags puff sleeve top for $30. That's not so good. $31 for a sweater. Okay, I don't feel like this is Revolve now that I'm seeing the other photos. Morella hooded pullover blouse, $125, dress for $314, another dress for $50. So this is really all over the board. Ruffled button-up blouse, $36, different kind of dress, $75, another sweater, $46. Morella Italian designer intricate lace pleated skirt, $169. So this is very all over the board. Very all over the board. All over the board in a good way, but still all over the board. Sold, so we've got the one that we had for $50, the dress for $120, a silk blouse for $32, pants for $45, a coat for $3.95, a new tags dress. That's really pretty. So it says Morella by Max Mara. So that's interesting. So either it's a collaboration or it's related. Because again, I don't know anything about this brand. Only $10 for these pants. Now that's the thing. And I mentioned this in the last one that I did, is that, you know, some people may be like, I know exactly what this is. I'm going to lowball, try to get it for cheap, and then turn around and sell it for higher. And some brands are suited for that and some brands aren't. This one seems like it's a little all over the board, where I wouldn't necessarily want to do that because you just don't know if you'd be able to sell it for high enough. But I definitely think there are good comps here, but it is a little all over the place. So that's not my favorite kind of brand to pick up. I don't shop at thrift stores anymore. Almost all of my inventory as a six-figure reseller comes from Helpy Source. I've been ordering boxes and pallets from Helpy for years now. I love that I can spend my time working on my business and not wandering around thrift stores and digging through bins for hours only to come away with okay items. Now with a few clicks, I get exactly what I want to sell, all shipped to my door. Often with free shipping, and always with a discount code. Use my code Rebecca the Reseller for 10% off your next Helpy Source order. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Fridays, linen, redefined, women blouse, wrinkle resistant, superior tailoring, probably design. So it's $136 retail value. It's sold for $75. It looks like it has the new tags. It says Fridays, linen, redefined. Oh, it looks like, is this a sample? So let's go ahead and check into the comps. So 39, 50, 35, 22. These are all tops, basics. 34, 38, 40, a pants for 55. So these comps are not good for me because the availables are only in the $30-ish range for the most part, which means that the selling prices are going to be lower, and that's not where I like to be. So this is probably not going to be one that I'm interested in. And the one that we found looks like an outlier. So the one that we found was new at tags, and it sold for $75 supposedly, but then the next to it one is $35, the next to it one after that is $16, after that $22, $22, $28, $22, and $27. So for me, this is a no-go. Thanks so much for playing. Bye. Next up is Bella Doll short sleeve V-neck t-shirt camo dye. So this is one of those brands where I feel like I've seen this before. Look at this tag, Bella Doll. And I, in my mind, think nothing of this. Don't think it's anything special. Look at the tag. I'm like, bleh, whatever. Like, I don't feel like there's anything good about this brand. If I saw it, I may not even want to pick it up. But then I saw that this thing sold for $80, so I'm like, okay, we need to look into it. So let's see. Now, as you can see here right off the bat, this is a Revolve model. I can tell. So Revolve model, it doesn't say it, but I can tell. So it's 100% linen strap, so that's interesting. So that only sold for $36, saying it's a $175 dress. These sold for, this says Anthropologie, which could be, it could be that it's a brand that is also picked up by both Revolve and Anthropologie, but those only sold for $26, those pants. This other little top was $49, shirt dress $70, button down $35, other button down $74, tie-dye pants $65, shirt dress $30. So also a little bit all over the place on the lower side. So the thing that we found was pretty high in comparison to some of the other things. Let's see what the solds say. 20, 20, 23, 15, 36, 15, 33. Yep. So it's not as bad as I thought, but it's not great. So you might be a person where you would say, hey, I love $20 sales. I love $23 sales. That's great for me. And that's fine. That's where I was at. I've done that. I've moved on up the tier to where I'm looking for things that I can list for $50 or more so that they can end up somewhere around $35. And I'm constantly trying to push that so that I can get more for the work that I do. And so I'm not saying there's anything wrong with things, but the whole point of this exercise and doing these Bolo brand videos for $50 and higher is to help you see that there are lots of brands out there that can sell for higher, and you don't necessarily have to settle only for $20 sales. You can have $20 sales, that's fine. But I want to push you to do better, because there's only so many levers you can pull in your business to make more money. And one of them is to raise your ASP so that you don't have to do any more work. But by raising your ASP, you make more money by default. So this is a brand that, I'm not really interested in. Next up is this SB blouse. And I just thought that the way the person did it was really interesting, how it's so far away. It's not really bright. I don't love the photo, but I just found it to be an interesting photo. There's no tag to be shown. She only took the front and the back. Thank you for shopping my 6th Poshmark collection. Okay, I don't even want to know about that. So it's $158. She sold it for $50. Let's see what SB is all about. So we've got another top for $45, another top for $55, a dress for $120, a duster for $235. Now we're talking. Jeans for $68, jumpsuit for $99, linen blazer for $110, and a pants for $45. Okay, so not too bad. Let's see the solds. Okay, so we've got another top for $50. Hello, another blouse for $20. The one that we have, and then another one next door to it, same person, both for $50. So she might have sold those for, a bundle, and so maybe it didn't really sell for $50. $65 for this top, $58 for a top, $60 for pants, $74 for jeans, $102 for a dress. So this isn't too bad. And again, we're in the tops category right now. So if you can sell a top, for $35, $50, that's great, because most tops you're not getting that kind of money for. Most of the time I have to sell a dress or pants or jeans or a jacket to get that kind of money, or a sweater. So if you can get just a top that sells for that, and then you happen upon, let's say, the pants or the dress, then you know that your selling price is going to be even higher, because that item is of more value. So I like that we're checking out tops today, because it gives us a baseline, because the top is going to be kind of the lower end of the spectrum for a brand. So I'm actually not too, negative on this brand. I think it's pretty good. Next up is Nation Ltd. Satin silky V-neck shirt, new without tags, black sheen. Says it's $115 top. Made in the USA, so that's good. I just happened to see, and it sold for $50. Can't show you the tag because there's no photo of the tag. And let's see what this brand has in store. So dress for $72, top for $35, another top for $35, another top for $52, $43 for a top, $50 for a dress, $75 for a sweatshirt, embroidered tee, $24. Okay, so let's see the soles. Not terrible. So the top we saw, $50, another top for $45, dress for $35, another top, but it was new with tags, for $87, another top, that looks like Revolve right there, for $25, $25, $10, $70. So there you have it. Sometimes these brands, especially when they're from Revolve, are all over the place, and which is why I don't like to get involved with them, because they revolve. And so when it's hot, it goes for good money. And then when it's not anymore, it goes for padoodly squat money. So this is kind of like, maybe I wouldn't focus on tops for this brand, but I might focus on an item of note, like a pair of pants or like a dress, because then I feel like I would potentially do better with it. Or maybe I would only want to sell new with tags. Those seem to do better. So, or maybe it would go on style based. The other thing is too, that I really should mention, is that, this is not a closet critique, but people that have better photos and a better listing overall can command more money. That doesn't mean that they will command more money, because every seller is different, every buyer is different, and the way they come together to make a sale every time is a unique situation. But it is possible that the other factors besides the item itself have to do, with it. Don't forget to stop by the Rebecca the Reseller Academy, where you can find all of the products and all of the educational tools I have available for you, including all the free goodies. Here you can find coaching calls, Poshmark closet reviews, digital downloads, including my free reseller resource guide, as well as all of my courses and all of the bundles to save you lots of money. Hope you'll stop by soon at the Rebecca the Reseller Academy. Next up, Magnolia Pearl Peace, Love, and Surf shirt, one size, new with tags, pink. So very cute. So I'm not seeing the tag. Oh, that is the tag. Magnolia Pearl. Well, you can't miss that. That's very fun. So it's a $125 sweater and being sold for $74. And oh, I think I have it here. Hold on. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So very much this kind of like long, oversized, you know, like loungewear type stuff. $325 for this one top. Insanity. $338 for this other one. $550 for this dress. This is crazy. Magnolia Pearl applique unicorn overall, $750. What is this? What is this magical thing I have just stumbled upon? Wow. So $396 for this other like boho kimono thing, $425 for these pants, $425 for this shirt. So this is like, which I will say, when I was doing the research for this video, and I knew it. I knew going into it the second I searched for women tops sold over 50 to 100. I knew Johnny Was and Free People were going to be all over it, and they were. And it took me so long just to get these brands pulled out from the search results because there was so much Johnny Was and so much Free People. And I knew going into it that was what was going to be, but it was really hard to find other brands because there was so much saturation of Free People and Johnny Was in this price point for solds in this category. But this blows, I think, even Johnny Was out of the water. And again, these are just the listed. Let's go to the solds. Insane. Magnolia Pearl Love Notepads going for $31. Okay. A journal for $30. So why are those coming up? I mean, well, I guess I'm not just in the sweaters right now. So even notepads can go for crazy money. This top for $138, another top for $150, $374. What? $200, $750 for a jacket. Oh my gosh. This might be probably one of the best, where I just did another one of these for sweaters and found a really crazy brand. This one's a crazy brand, like, I mean, insane stuff. So really, really good. That might be the winner of this video. Let's see what's next. ZangToe corset bustier top, black velvet, size 2, designer perfect condition. Says it's a retail value of $800. It's sold for $60. Again, this is just a velvet bustier. Let's see what the tag looks like. ZangToe. Doesn't look like a newer tag. It looks kind of like an older tag. I mean, I don't know what the tag should look like, but $35 for the pants, $180 for a tunic top, $85 for a blazer, $2,000 for a coat, $850 for a dress, $400 for a dress, $399 for a dress, $85 for a skirt. This is why I have trouble with designers, because it's always all over the place. If you get a seller that knows it's designer, that is a better seller, they're going to price it high where it should be. If you get someone that happened upon a designer piece that either doesn't know what it is, or they don't care and they just really want money and they're not trying to get the most value out of it, they'll sell it for $30 and be happy. And it just makes everything so difficult to then really understand what is the market value of this brand. And honestly, it's possible that there could be a $30 market value for this brand and an $800 market for this brand, because there's going to be a buyer and a seller that could match up for $30, and a buyer and a seller that could match up for $800 at the same time. It's crazy. So let's see what the solds are. Computer. All right, there's the one that we had for $60. Men's pants $24, knit cardigan $125, silk pants $75, maxi skirt $80, sweater $61. It says long sweater, but it looks like a scarf to me, but okay, it's a sweater for $47. Woolen cashmere pencil skirt $38. Yeah, this is really all over the board, and just again another reason why I don't totally love designer stuff. So I would probably stay away from this in my mind, because it's not really quite where I want to be. Leather bustier crop top, Christina Perin, New York, size 4, small rust color. So I thought this was interesting. I hadn't heard of the designer Christina Perin. It says it's $195. Again, we don't know if these are true. This is, you know, self-reporting by a variety of buyers, but it sold for $55, again, supposedly. So because it's just, you know, it is leather, but it's just a bustier kind of little crop cami top, I was kind of curious to see what else there is about this brand. So Christina Perin, New York, looks like a nice tag. Let's see what else we can find out. So $298 for a dress, $300 for a gown. I guess the first one could be a gown. So lots of dresses here. $65 for a different dress, $75 for another dress, $99 for another dress, $65 for a skirt. That, I don't know what this lady's doing. $299 for this other dress, $380. So I mean, there are definitely some good pieces. Clearly the dresses are where it's at. Clearly even more like a formal gown type of thing, or cocktail dress is kind of really what we're seeing here. So the top that we found, obviously the designer makes all kinds of things. We're looking at tops, but I think dresses is probably where we'd want to be for this brand. $80 for that dress. Looks like a wedding dress. $22 for this other dress. There's vests here. $18. So I don't know if this is an old designer or just the people that are selling this just have like really dated looks and things. Like there's not a lot here. There's not a lot sold. That's all of them. So this is not telling me that there's a lot going on with this brand. It could be a very old brand. So there's just not that much out there in circulation. So I'm going to kind of wipe this one off the map too and say that I'm not really excited about that. So far we've had, let's see, SB was good, that Baserange in the beginning, the Magnolia Pearl was insane. So far we've had 3 pretty good ones today. They can't all be winners. Lanston Modern Pullover, pink drapes, relaxed fit, size large. Lanston Sport is the brand. Don't know what the retail on this is. Says it sold for $60, really cute. You know, loungewear, cold shoulder, but like in a cool way, because obviously like your shoulders are open, but it's in a nice cool way. So that's what the tag looks like. So let's see here. Okay, so definitely like a loungewear athletic type thing. Now this, yeah, we're definitely seeing some Revolve models, so probably a Revolve brand. So the sports bra for $35, a skirt for $14, pullover for $72, legging or workout set for $125, leggings for $58, bra for $35, $50 for another sport bra, $65 for a mini dress. So a little on the lower end / all over the place. So $60 for the pullover that we have, workout set for $20. This one's a collab with Peloton. So I mean, that's like a good sign, but you know, $40 for that. What is that? It looks like a cuff sleeve polo. It looks like a romper. Yeah, this is no good. $15, $21, $9, $39 for some things, but nope, I'm not loving this. This is no good. So the winners here were this Baserange. The Morella wasn't too bad. The SB was good. The Magnolia Pearl was insanity, and that's it. So great Bolo video because we identified some things that were not good, but we also identified some things that were really good. So I love to see a mix to know what is selling out there and where do I want to be paying attention. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what other categories you might want to see in these $50+ Bolo brand videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!